Welcome once again to Western Kabuki. I am Wack Nicholson, currently sitting inside of the lap of luxury. Y'all don't even know about a 5 p.m. record start. Do you guys know about a 5 p.m. start time? What y'all know about a 5 p.m. start time?
That's a first for you.
Last week, it is. Last week, we started at 11 p.m. my time. And I just got to say, this is luxurious. This is beautiful. We are going to be talking about MAGA rappers today. Juniper, how are you feeling about these MAGA rappers?
I'm so excited. These MAGA rappers have long fascinated me as like some of the weirdest type of musician just ever. And just like in a political sphere, they're like, I don't know. I feel like they're very untapped. I feel like people on the left don't really know too much about these people.
Right. Yeah, they're very much siphoned off. And my research assistant on this one, Caleb, the bird respecter himself. How are you, Caleb?
I am great because after today, I'll never have to listen to this bullshit again.
What, are you telling me you're not going to listen to American Flags ever again?
Okay, I'm really hoping that's one of the ones we get to play the clips of.
We're gonna play American Flags.
Hell yeah. Sure. Okay. Like there's some most of this is very bad. I'll say there was a couple of them that like, okay, at least it's got like a good beat. It's like got a hook or whatever. American Flags is just like the worst fucking song I've ever heard. It's as bad as the title would suggest it is.
And we are very blessed to be joined by the editor-in-chief at the Hard Drive, Jeremy. I'm sorry, I didn't ask beforehand. Kaplowitz, is that it?
Yeah, you got it.
Woo!
Yeah, thanks for having me.
How are you, Jeremy?
I'm good. Thanks for having me. I'm excited to expand my musical horizons.
Maybe you'll find a new fave artist today.
Yeah, maybe
you'll enter one of these guys like Forgiato Blow into your rotation.
Yeah, I'm just, I'm here to listen and I'm here to learn.
Yeah. Yeah.
So before we actually dig too deep into any of these motherfuckers, I do want to just talk about the blessings upon blessings we've had the past few days on the internet. Whether it's sex that you're wanting more, tell the world to stop the war, which I just keep saying over and over again.
I can't stop thinking about that video.
I can't stop thinking about it either. The face that
so
the woman makes when she's looking up at the camera, she twists her face. It's stunning. It's everything I could have wanted.
So what has stood out to you guys? What has been the line that has stood out to you as like a damn, this is really insane?
Like of that song, the 90s.
Oh, that song, yeah.
It's got to be, for me, it's got to be the women are my favorite guy, right? Like that shit goes so crazy. I heard that first time I listened to it. I heard that and I was like, oh, like everything shifted, like everything, like it healed the world.
Yeah, I just being a bit older than you guys, I don't know if like people really understand how accurate this really is of like a time when you just turn on your TV as like a 9-year-old waiting for your parents to get home from work, watching television. There'd be one of those like blue screen buy the CD commercials or whatever. And I'd just be staring at my screen with my mouth open, watching like this, like every other song was some strange Euro dance beat song. And it was all just like this. Perfect parody.
It's all just like this. Well, and they would say things like women are my favorite guy as a way to be like, who's my favorite guy? Women. Like,
I definitely saw like a post talking about it. Even like the Stop the War thing. It's like so many of these Euro dance songs would reference like world peace and like so many, like all of these lines were like it.
And this is before the invasion of Iraq. You know what I mean? Like they were really on the world peace thing.
Yeah, like
that
it seemed like these people really loved
of
Euro dance music. Like
the plot of the Spice Girls movie was that they brought world peace. That they're trying to create world peace through music.
But no, what I can't wait for is the milkshake duck moment. Like, something's going to come out about one of those two people. Like,
well, Kyle Gordon is a New York City comedian.
He's been doing this for a while, hasn't he? I found that out. Like that made me so happy. Like this parody thing that he's been doing. This isn't just like a one-off. He's actually done shows as this guy, right?
Yeah.
It's a character.
Yeah, it's very funny. He usually just does like TikTok-y kind of character videos, but I appreciate that he like always goes the extra mile and like gets outfits and dyes his hair purple for like whatever he's gonna do.
I do. I think that pose that he does before he starts his section of the song.
Yeah,
like
the planet-based pose.
Yeah, I truly think that's like the coolest anyone has ever looked.
It's
like
so
that
good.
pose where he's like
So
smirking. He's smirking. He has his like hands in that like weird like galaxy pose. I don't know what to call that. That went so crazy.
And they're like a block away from Ground Zero of World Trade Center. Like hell yeah.
That was the really fun sort of TikTok bleed over that we got blessed with on X.com, formerly Twitter. I went to Twitter's
I'm
Wikipedia page.
I'm dead naming. We have to dead name. It's Twitter. I'm transphobic for the website.
If you go to Twitter's Wikipedia, it says Twitter was a social media company.
God, that's so sad.
Oh,
Hit them with the was on Wiki.
Well, now they're a financial services app, of course.
Yeah,
And a dating
video
app.
calling app.
and a banking service, and it's going to be, you can apply it with to jobs soon. It's going to be everything.
It's the everything app. I love that. It's like the dumb guy like Shark Tank pitch deck. Like it's the app that does everything.
Yes.
Dang.
So dumb.
Yeah. But we did get to see him put the X sign on top of the building and then was forced to take it down.
36 hours or so he had.
He just took some garbage out of the server room and just made it a giant X.
I do
It
think
really
it's-
did look like it was made of server racks, man.
I do appreciate that he gave like a bunch of people seizures before he had to take it down. Like, I would love to see like a hospitalization rate for people with seizures for that like 36-hour period compared to the
he
rest
did like
of the
a
year.
Guantanamo style torture on the low income housing across the street.
Do you think it was supposed to be blinking or it just didn't work that well? Like, what was going on with that?
Couldn't
I
possibly.
saw some people say it was Morse code, and like I don't think it was Morse code, but I want to see if like a bunch of people who live in that apartment building are like, I gotta burn my house down or something.
No, Elon's not cool enough to do Morse code to like MK Ultra or anybody. It would just be like Morse code for the word based, probably.
Or like 420 or like
Yeah.
anal,
Yeah.
like something
Sure,
something
yeah.
like
Yeah,
a
yeah,
sixth grader would think of.
Yeah, the I love anal thing. Like the shirt doesn't say it visibly does not say Canada, bro. It obviously says anal. Like we can see what you did. You could because we all went to the beach this summer and there's all those shirts that are like I love MILFs, I love anal, I suck on big cocks. I don't know why people wear these shirts, but they do.
Well, I think it's because they love anal.
Yeah,
Oh shit.
clearly.
Shit. Hadn't thought of that.
Can you imagine like wearing the I love anal shirt at the beach and then you see like someone else wearing it and you're like, point at your shirt,
Yeah.
point at theirs. Like, what are you doing later? We got something in common.
It's a pretty
It's
cool
like
shirt, man.
it's like those like back in the day how like the queer community would have the bracelets, but for straight people
Yeah.
it's just like I want sex, just like straight up, no colors, just the way.
Yeah, you don't even get to do the bandana in the pockets or whatever.
Yeah.
Like,
Hanky code for straight people is just wearing clothes that say what you want people to do to you.
Oh yeah.
we should talk about the Rudy stuff for a little bit. Have you guys seen?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Hello, big tits.
Yeah.
So wait, I haven't seen this. What's this?
Oh, June. Okay, so there's like it's like part of it's actually not funny because he's like being sued for like sexually harassing somebody he worked with, this woman.
You're talking about Rudy Giuliani.
Yeah, America's mayor,
Yeah.
baby. So there's like this isn't like a witness account. These are actual tapes that we've only seen the transcripts of so far. But you know what? Let me actually just pull some of this.
I think
up.
you got to get you don't want to get the quotes wrong and seem like you're the freak, you know?
Yeah, and, for part of this, Alex, you are going to have to bleep this because slurs are mentioned. But he says, "Come here, big tits. Come here, big tits. Come here, big tits. Your tits belong to me. Give them to me." And then it says indiscernible. "I want to claim my tits. I want to claim my tits. I want to claim my tits. These are my tits."
Fuck.
To this woman, which is awful. And then he's talking to her later, and this is in the context of this conversation. Is they're talking about which celebrities are conservative and which aren't. And he's talking to this woman. He says like Brad Pitt. She's like, no. And who's the guy that looks like him? And then his name is Matt. And she goes, Matt Damon. And he goes, again, this is the part you're gonna have to blur out because Matt Damon is a F slur. I'll say that. Matt Damon is also 5'2", eyes are blue, coochie coochie coo.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
what is
like,
wrong
what-
with this dude?
This is how he flirts.
Was this not with a sex worker? Was this with an employee? Or
This is
something?
with an employee. Yeah.
Oh my
I mean, we've
God.
seen
This
in
is
that
how
Sacha Baron Cohen,
senior citizen Italian men flirt. This is what they do.
I mean, I'm not even surprised because I don't know if you guys remember in what was it, Borat 2, Sacha Baron Cohen got him to like go to a
basically whip it
hotel.
out.
Yeah, and he was like a freak in that, like on video.
Started
like, this
taking
dude-
his dick out in a hotel room because
Didn't he say he was like
he thought she
adjusting?
was 15.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Yeah, he's a freak. He's like a maniac.
He said a bunch of weird
yeah.
shit about like Jewish people too, where he said like Jews have small dicks because they don't use them when they get married or something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah. So he says once you get married, you stop using. He's like Italian guys have big dicks because they use them after they get married, basically implying that he's cheating on his wives or whatever. I don't know exactly what it is.
That is
but
such good. That's that good boomer ass racism. That stuff that it doesn't make any sense at all.
no, actually, your
It's a
dick is
thing-
bigger if you use it. Okay.
It's a
brother.
thing that
You gotta
only
get reps.
Rudy believes. It's a thing that only Rudy believes, but he discusses it as if it is a known fact. It's like, first of all, Jewish guys don't fuck their wives. Second of all, Jewish guys don't cheat on their wives, unlike Italians who know how to keep our dicks nice and fat.
He also, I'm not going to pull it, doesn't really matter, but he also had another insane quote about Jews in there that he was like, basically, Jews need to get over Passover because, like, yeah, Moses, it was forever ago. We need to get over it. Moses parted the Red Sea, big deal. It's been done before or whatever. And then the article I was referenced specifically is like, he never made any reference to any other time the Red Sea's been parted or whatever.
That rocks.
There's something about the last 3 years. I don't know if it was COVID or what, but like all these right-wing celebrities love talking about Jewish people all of a sudden. What's going on there?
I don't know.
Yeah, RFK said we don't have to get fucking COVID anymore, and I was like, that sounds great. Love that idea. And now they're saying we got tiny dicks.
Yeah, I'm sorry,
Yeah,
but I've
what's
had
this
COVID like 14 times now. Like, this is very not true.
Yeah, I feel like since recording this podcast, you like
Yeah,
3
every other
episodes.
episode I have COVID.
Yeah, like for sure 3 or 4 of the episodes we've recorded, you've been sick.
It's more than 3 or 4 because some of them were like in a row. It was like the same bout of COVID that he still had from the previous episode.
Yeah, dude. I'm just like always dying on this podcast. I'm like Taquito in the Tim and Eric movie. Just sick.
All right, so we are talking about MAGA rappers, a phenomenon that has shown up recently, largely due to the fact that one man has become quite popular. So I think we have to start with the mayor of MAGAville himself, Forgiato Blow.
There's that 5G beard, dude.
Pixelated ass type beard. I have never seen a beard like this before.
His beard is crazy.
Who thought of this?
It has to get done every day, at least once a day, to keep that shape because the lines are so clean on it and it is so polygonal.
I just don't know how it's like the Cybertruck of beards. I don't understand this.
It's like the only guy closer is like DJ Keemstar. Like DJ
Yeah,
Keemstar
dude.
and this type of guy are the only people with this kind of beard.
It looks like if he wanted to get rid of it, he'd have to like get a Tetris block shaped beard and just have it inserted down, and then it would all just disappear.
See, and that's the gamer insight that we need from you. So we've got here boycott Target. This was number 1 on the iTunes charts. They will be the first ones to tell you that it was the number 1 on the iTunes charts. Oh, fudge.
Which we'll talk about that.
Now we're listening to the front bottoms.
No, we're not
Classic
gonna listen to the
MAGA
front
rappers.
Now onto
Yeah, I
the
guess-
MAGA rappers.
Yeah,
and
so
it's
this
just,
was-
it's just the front bottoms.
I'm sure most of our listeners remember this. This was what, like a month ago, 2 months ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, part of the whole.
Yeah,
like,
what I
Dylan
noticed when I was
Mulvaney
listening
thing.
to this song, though, is that
Which we're
he
not
only has
getting
one
your,
verse.
it's real quick. We're not getting your audio whack.
Oh, you're not? Oh, shoot. Okay, I'll switch it. One thing you may have not noticed in the song is that Forgiato Blow's song, but he only has one verse in the song.
So he's doing
and
like the
it's-
MLM MAGA rapper thing where he's like bringing in
Yes.
new guys. And that's a very imperative part of this episode, I think, that we'll talk about.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so we're going to talk about a couple people who are sort of being roped into this as well. But yeah, this is his song Target, Boycott Target. Whoops, sorry about the slur. Didn't know.
There's the other guy with another insane beard.
Yeah, why do all these people have insane beards and hair? Like that white dude with those dreads. I don't know if he's white. Maybe he's not white. No, he's not white.
I love
Yeah,
that. I
so-
can't remember who it was on Twitter, the big guy who does the singing part. I think he's Jimmy Levy, I think is that one. Someone on Twitter was like, this guy looks like he's in excruciating pain at every moment in his life. Like, even in that picture of him right there, doesn't he look like he's just...
Yeah. So Jimmy Levy is the
constantly
one with the
constipated.
crazy beard. Yeah. Yeah, he looks pissed off. He looks upset. We've also got Nicky Natoli on the tracks, who we're going to talk about in a little bit.
Hell yeah.
He also sucks quite bad.
Stony Dude Bro, the greatest rap name of
Yeah.
all time.
Stony Dude Bro. What I love about this video, and I am surely not the first person to point it out, but just the fact that they wander around a Target, most of it does not have gay stuff in it.
There's like two
carry
things
a-
that have gay stuff on it.
Fuck
They carry-
Bionicle.
They know that that's transcoded. They know.
If I would love to hear what they think trans culture is like. That is a thing I would want to ask all these guys. Is like, what do you know about the blahage? Have you experienced? Or do you have programmer socks? Do you?
Yeah, they would be boycotting IKEA if they truly understood like the culture.
I like that there's people just shopping in the background. Like that's just a guy who has to be
So-
in
I
this
love
video.
tampons are gay now. He's holding all his
Yeah,
tampons.
so he's picking up all the tampons. Like he brings the tampons to the toy aisle, and then he's like, "Target is doing this."
But no, so far in this video, the only thing with like any LGBTQ like branding was like an alcohol. It was like
Yeah, it was
some
a wine
wine
It's
bottle
a
or
bottle of
something.
like champagne
Yeah.
or something. But this one is truly a war crime. This song, it's much worse in my opinion.
Oh, it's new too. It's newer.
So one thing
It's
you have to
newer.
understand about Forgiato is like he is releasing like, so I watch, and we'll talk about some things that I saw in this later, but I watched this Vice documentary on mostly him, but some of these other guys while we were preparing for this. This guy in one day will write, record, and do a music video for one song in a single day, and he's constantly doing it. It's like a numbers game for him. Like he's in the content factory all the time.
Oh my
so he
God.
always has a new song, and he's always working with some other guy that's trying to fucking do. That's why he only has one verse. He's got some other asshole doing. I don't know.
But this one's all Forgiato on this one.
No.
Oh, this one's already worse.
He sings in this one.
From the land of the free and the brave.
Oh,
hell
I love my country. They can't
does this guy want to be like right wing Drake or something? Like, what is his lane?
I wonder
We
what
have a
Bruce
right-wing
thinks
Drake.
about this.
Legendary. Us patriots
Yeah,
won't
I-
let you like it.
So I'm sure
I'm trying
that
to make it quieter.
Bruce Springsteen
Yeah.
like didn't know that this was what was going to be used. His rights were going to be used for, right?
I don't know how any of that stuff works at all. Like, does he own the rights to it, or is it the label
Yeah, so
and all that
to,
shit?
to,
Like,
to put out, you have to get like a permission through like a sync license. I mean, they don't. You have to. So like when I was trying to get Round Ball Rock for the last episode, you have to like describe the project that you're doing. I'm sure John Tesh himself wasn't looking at that or whatever, but I
Right.
don't know. Like that's kind of crazy that they did this.
yeah, because it's the next verse, right? He's doing, and there he is with the Blacks for Trump guy.
Yeah. Which the most surprising thing about that is that they're actually black people in those shirts this time.
No, that's that one guy who was like at every Trump rally, and he had the long hair and he was acting crazy. This is some 2015 core shit, I know, but it's it was. He was going up back then.
When Trump, like I'm quoting Trump here, when Trump was at that rally and he was like, "Look at my black over there." Is that guy, or was this? someone else?
It is that guy.
Yeah.
It is that
dude.
guy.
Okay.
And Bryce, I can't remember the guy that's in a bunch of these songs with him. Well, he's on the list. There's another guy that was at like in 2015, just like the one black person that was there. And then Donald Trump actually like retweeted a news clip of him and was like, thank you, Kanye, very cool kind of thing to this guy. And then that's how he got into like mega rap, was because of that. We're jumping ahead.
They do the little jerk off dance. He likes the Donald Trump jerking two dicks off dance.
Who doesn't love that dance? That's like
That's such
like
a good
Trump's
move.
Yeah, I love it. That's like, it was like the lead up before the 2020 election. He was doing it like every day at every rally.
It's
Like,
the
he
same
knew it
dance
was
that I
fire.
do, or I did when I was a little kid, and I'd sneak downstairs and like get a midnight snack. That's the dance that I'd be doing, like the getting away with it from my parents' dance.
This video is great because
Ooh, an Infowars
he
flag. Hell yeah.
he has all these like other figures in it towards the end. I'm gonna see.
They're like photoshopped over a background of a photo, which is very silly.
I can't find he does it with he in one of his music videos he hangs out with Roger Stone for like half of it.
Yeah.
I think
Love to hang out with a rapist.
and Enrique Tarrio, like all these like disgraced people, and it came out a month ago. This song came out a month ago, and he's just putting out he's putting out fire. He's putting out a lot of stuff. Real name Kirk Jantz. He has the scion
I
of
love this.
American Auto Trader magazine.
His grandpa invented Auto Trader. That's how he got his money. Like it's not.
Of course he has money. Of course he comes from money. Of like,
Well, he
that's a
talks
given.
about that too. That's why he likes Donald Trump. In that, in one of the interviews I watched, he was like, I see a lot of myself in Donald Trump because, like, so his first song was called Silver Spoon, and it was about Donald Trump having money and how he kind of grew up with money or whatever. And like, it's like on purpose. He is kind of embraced like the fail son lifestyle, and he's trying to like monetize that kind of.
I mean, it kind of kills it in right wing spaces. Like they kind of love it.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's why he has a tattoo on his face of Richie Rich, is because that's an idol of his. And also the Bitcoin logo, of course, is also tattooed on his fucking face.
The most striking one he has. Yeah.
I don't know, the chin one that says Suburban Legend, it stands out because of the way he
Clearwater,
shaped
Florida,
around
baby.
it.
Yeah, the beard like draws attention to it.
It frames it, dude.
He attended a private school, the same private school for all of school, for K through 12. He went to Admiral Farragut Academy. And other people who have attended Admiral Farragut Academy include Lorenzo Lamas, Stephen Stills, and a lot of other military people who I think like Petraeus or somebody went there too, like big time military people.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, he struggled to find success early in his career with his first 10 or 15 albums. Really hard to get his footing under him. And then he made a song about Trump, and then he got popular, and then he just kept making more.
So I imagine that was like in 2015, 2016 when he first got his fame. Yeah.
Yeah, so he started in like 13. It took him a couple years. He currently has 32 studio albums since 2013.
32.
He's like Lil B for Trump.
I kind of respect that Trump has guys like this. Like, you don't see these
In the
people for
paint,
Ron
dude.
DeSantis. You don't
Never.
see Ron
Never.
DeSantis do
In
it.
a million years see a single person for Ron DeSantis that goes as hard as like any of these guys.
See, that's why I know Trump is going to win the primary. Like DeSantis has none of these guys.
And
Can you imagine the Forgiato DeSantis guy where it's just like he just is like insane in the paint on DeSantis, like for being racist or whatever. Like the thing that you guys need to know about Forgiato, if you don't know, is like he represents to me like there's like two faces of like the MAGA movement, and like there's the side that's like, no, we need like more gay and black MAGA people. And even so in that documentary I was watching, they're filming a music video, and there's like a local, because he's like really all in for his neighborhood in Clearwater, Florida. They're recording a music video, and this trans woman comes out, and she's a fan of his, and like one of the dudes that's with him on the song was like upset about it and was like, I'm not gonna like go talk to her, I don't want to be around this or whatever. But Forgiato, like to his credit, he's like, no, I mean, her name was Terry. He's like, I love Terry, I talk to Terry all the time, she's in the neighborhood, blah blah blah. So like, again, I'm not going to give him too much credit, because what is he actually doing in practice is obviously evil and bad. But he does kind of represent the more like, I guess, acceptable face of the MAGA movement, at least, or maybe even just this musical. I don't know.
No, I mean, I think
this into
there
a
was
thing, you know.
there was like a poll with like a primary poll recently on of the right, and the Donald Trump base is like, of course, it's still not like great. They're all right wingers that are like still pretty bad. But like if you compared Donald Trump's like intended voters compared to like Ron DeSantis voters, like Donald Trump voters are generally more okay with
way
like
more
social
tolerant
issues.
of stuff like that. Like they just like
Yeah.
their big thing. Like Forgiato is a lot like Trump, also in the sense that like his biggest thing is he just wants to be cool and liked. You know what I mean? So like, you know, like when Donald Trump says, you know, Caitlyn Jenner can use whatever bathroom she wants at Trump Towers, like, you know, again, you have to be really careful when you say these things, because what does this ideology ultimately lead to is horrible things for marginalized groups. But I think at his core, he's not really like a bigot. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
Yeah, I mean,
He-
there's like videos and pictures of him partying with like queer people from
Yeah.
the 90s. Like he is bad, like you said. I mean, in practice, it does do a lot of bad things, but like, yeah, like he's not Ron DeSantis. He's not like intentionally like courting Nazis to make like Nazi ads where they like throw gay conservatives under the bus intentionally and then put like Nazi salutes or whatever, like that Sonnenrad
yeah,
commercial that they put out.
in
Like,
his
there's a
fucking
different level.
commercial. Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, even a lot of the guys that we're going to talk about, they are like ideologically like theocratic fascists or just whatever, right? Like they're
Yeah,
horrific.
there's like a reason why Matt Walsh is a fan of Ron DeSantis and not like Trump.
yeah. It represents something a little bit different and far more sinister, in my opinion. I don't know. So
I wouldn't be
that's
surprised too. Like, I feel like these guys probably have no real like politics, right? Like, this
Not
guy
really,
probably
dude.
just knows that he has no talent and he has no morals. But if you like say you like Trump, you can be famous and rich.
It's
if,
such an
yeah.
easy grift. You're right.
if a trans woman likes him, it's just another listener. It's just
Exactly.
people
He'll hang
with
out
money
with
in the
her.
bank.
yeah. What you need to know about Forgiato also is that he eats at the Clearwater, Florida Hooters every day.
Sick.
Oh my
like,
god,
that's-
hanging out with that
Wow.
Adam dude. What's that guy's name? That dude that loves
Adam
Hooters and
Calhoun.
wings. And
Oh no, not Nick Adams.
Nick Adams. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if that what Nick Adams' deal is, but yeah, he literally like in that Vice documentary, he goes. So the woman that does the documentary is like the interview for it. She's I forget her name, but she's a gay woman, and she like spends the whole first like or maybe pretty much the entire documentary with him. And she's just like eating at Hooters with Forgiato, and then goes to the studio. And he's just like he's a dude who like loves money, loves eating Hooters, and loves hanging out. Like he loves basketball. He just is like the thing that like I'm jealous about with him specifically is like every day of his life he's having more fun than I am. Like I'm just constantly miserable and pissed off and like upset and losing every day thinking about politics or whatever. And like Forgiato, in the meantime, is eating Hooters, having fun. Oh yeah, Terry, my trans friend, and I also get to be like Donald Trump's friend. Like, you know what I mean? He gets to have it all.
Yeah.
So
Trump's nephew. He claims to be Trump's nephew.
yeah, Trump's
That is his-
nephew.
Oh, hell
Yeah. Yeah. He has a tattoo of Trump's face with his face, or he has a tattoo of Trump with his face tattoos on his thigh.
But he says,
this guy
he
rocks.
has like a hoodie. I think he sells it. It says Trump's nephew on it.
Yeah.
He claims to be Trump's nephew as like a joke. Yeah, this is actually the type of guy, Forgiato, just from the explanation you guys gave. This is the type of guy that my father would love because he has a really, really deep affection. When I was younger, he loved Pitbull. He thought Pitbull was awesome. And the reason he loved Pitbull is because Pitbull got inexplicably huge despite any discernible talent at all. And then
Mr. International, man.
Yeah, Mr. Worldwide, I think
That's
you
what
mean.
it was. Excuse me. Sorry.
Yeah,
Fake
and then
fan.
LMFAO was another one that he's like, these guys are awesome. These guys are so cool.
We need to revisit LMFAO. We need to have like an
Please,
LMFAO
dude.
renaissance.
Please.
I think
So-
yeah. They hit something. They hit a nerve that like we need to revisit.
Yeah, I mean, I work at a nightclub part time, and every day I'm shuffling. That still gets the crowd going. Once that hits, they really get into it. And now my dad has recently found a new person that he's a fan of, Machine Gun Kelly.
Oh, let's go.
He loves a
So
really
he's-
specific type of white rapper, it sounds like.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
Oh, and,
LMFAO were Barry Gordy's
they're
kids,
not-
right? Barry Gordy's
Yeah.
son and nephew.
Yeah,
yeah, it was a
uncle
bunch
and
of
nephew.
nephews.
The unbreakable
Yeah, that
bond between an uncle and his nephew making music. You can't have that in a post-COVID world. You can't have party rock. That could only happen pre-COVID with an uncle and a nephew. Can't do that anymore.
No, especially with wokeism, how it is
Yeah.
these days. Yeah.
Party rock.
He's
went
also
woke.
he's also a big fan of DJ Khaled. All right, so the next one. This guy is not
Sizzla.
Sizzla is not a rapper, nor is he really MAGA, but he is very right wing. He's been active as a musician since 1990, and he's the best-selling contemporary reggae artist currently. But
way.
he also thinks that the gays are coming for your kids.
Wow.
And this is his 2021 hit, "No Vaccine," which I played on the show before.
Oh fuck, I remember this. Yeah, you played this with Jen.
Yes,
Now
that's
you
what
being
it
your
was.
children, protect your culture. We're following them now, you're being your order. Not Babylon,
Now
New World
this
Order. We're following
goes
Kings
hard
like
as
Saint
fuck,
Marcus,
this
Gavin,
song.
Nani, Jack, and all those great people. Fire burn.
They should call this Race Straight.
No, this they're always gonna give you a fight. Jamaica, nothing good no come easy. Hey, people are suffer, believe me. And when they see you stepping up in a life, no, this they're
See, it's like
always gonna
properly
give you a
mixed,
fight.
and it's like a good song.
Nothing good no come easy. Them
It's a
vaccine
like,
But-
that doesn't sound like a very high bar, but for some of this shit, it really is.
It sounds like he took longer than a day to make it. That's what it sounds like to
He
me.
didn't. Yeah, he didn't do it in 10 hours like Forgiato did.
Yeah. So he has
He's a
a
true
bunch of other
believer.
songs. Yeah, he has a bunch of songs about like he's a devout Rastafarian and he super against gay and LGBT stuff. He has been protested all over the world.
It's
There
actually,
are
I've
like
never heard of this dude until we started this podcast. Like I've only heard of this dude in context of conversations we've had.
yeah. I had never really
Another
known who
whack
he
poison
was.
pill.
Thanks for telling us. Thanks for saying that he's bad because I couldn't understand what he was saying anyway. And if you just showed me that song, I'd probably be like, "This guy rocks," and then I'd end up homophobic by accident.
I was thinking the same thing. Like it's a true red pill. Like it's one of those things where it's just like, oh god
Yes,
damn it, I'm
this is-
bigoted now.
He's a real red pillar. A lot of his
June's
things
gonna
are
turn into
about
Blair
how,
White.
he says stuff like "put the heat on the rude boy." And it's like that means like kill a gay guy, but it doesn't sound like it in the thing. I don't know if I don't speak patois or anything, so I don't know the exact terminology. But there's a lot of slang in it, so I didn't
You
want
guys
to play
gotta
it.
get
Any
Chet
other
Hanks
ones.
on the podcast so he can.
Yeah, we gotta get
interpret
Chet Hanks to do it.
Please. From your mouth
yeah.
to God's ears, sir.
I would love to have. We could get. I bet Chet could pull some of these guys into the show for us. I
Shout
think we
out
could
to
have a-
Chet Hanks. I'll try to. I'll talk to him. We'll see what we can do.
Yeah, we're gonna go to Bryson Gray. This is a MAGA rapper, as you can
This
tell.
is the guy who hated
Uh,
the trans woman in that documentary. By the way,
That
Oh,
makes
shit.
sense.
Yeah.
As I put there, if you can believe it, this guy hasn't fucked in more than a decade. He
I have
is
to say,
saving
though,
himself for marriage.
I have to say, I love Bryson Gray's hat. I
The
love
hat
the size
is,
of
this
it.
is what got him famous. So like he went to in like 2015, he went to a political Trump rally and was like, basically haranguing TV crews or whatever. And Donald Trump was like, "This guy is fucking awesome. I love this." And like that's what got him into MAGA rap. He was doing rap before, but it was not. You know what I mean?
I love when Trump just becomes a child when he just loves like a truck or a big hat. He's
Yeah.
like that one.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, it's like my favorite Donald Trump bit when he'll just like spend minutes minutes and minutes talking about like the strong, buff, very
Yeah.
muscular generals.
This is
or just like
this guy.
like
Yeah.
the cool guys that he loves and wants to
Yes.
kiss. Like
My favorite
that's-
underrated Trump bit is when he like went off on sharks in that one speech.
Wait,
Where
I-
he's like, they called me up and they're like, save the sharks. And I'm like, no, they don't need it. It's so good.
Also, another thing about Bryson, his grandmother was a Black Panther. So
Oh, no.
Christ.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's kind of sad
horrible.
actually.
Like an OG Black
That's
Panther.
horrible.
Oh,
That's
geez.
horrible.
This is MAGA Pete Davidson. No, not Pete Davidson. What? Pete Buttigieg. Why did I say Pete Davidson?
Oh,
They're kind of the same kind of guy.
Yeah. Pete
I
Buttigieg
think we're gonna
is
make a
now
9/11
dating.
joke in some way.
Oh yeah.
Who's he dating now? Bryson Gray?
Just pick a person that Pete Davidson dated. I don't know. Finish my riff for me. Kim Kardashian.
He's now dating Bryson Gray.
So this is Bryson Gray's song Elon Musk.
Oh dear God.
It's so
And
good.
I gotta tell you, the dick riding is crazy in this one.
A lot of these guys have songs about
Hey
Elon, by the way.
Eli, I see that you becoming
Yeah, this
a
isn't the
phenom.
last
People
Elon
putting
song.
faith in you like you someone to lean on. Know you were hoping this was one of those happy theme songs, but it's not. It's how something could seem right but be wrong. But hey, I fight for free speech too. I paid everything on the line for it. How about you? You playing about Twitter? Okay, I hope that goes through because then there's no more memes. It's about what you can do when you restore
Memes.
everyone's accounts. I'm gonna show you Alex Jones.
All they
Elon
want
is
is their
pushing-
accounts back. That's all they care about. Literally,
it doesn't have
they're
the
rapping
lyrics,
about getting
but-
unbanned.
It's crazy because like we all have those mutuals that have been banned like 20 times that keep
Yeah.
coming back. It's not impossible.
Yeah,
Like, it's not
and I've
impossible
gotta
to come back
say,
to
you know, I just put punished after every time, and just
Yeah, it's so
keep
easy.
the tally going. And this does sound exactly like "I'm Not Racist" by Joyner Lucas. This is basically
I was
the
gonna
same
say it sounds
song.
like Macklemore's "Same Love" song a little bit.
Oh my
I'm not gay, but if I was, it'd be for Elon.
I have to say he's not bad though. Like he's not horrible.
He's not the worst. It's clearly like a pre-made loop, like a pre-made beat, but it's not the worst. You know, his flow's pretty tight. I didn't actually listen to where he gets into the breakdown.
Elon. It's so crazy how this dude and Trump are like, I've been thinking about, I don't know if people have like talked about like eras of Twitter, but like Donald Trump Twitter and like Elon Musk Twitter are like, not an inverse of each other, but like the way that people would like dick ride them and like how they would create the discourse that everyone would talk about is kind of similar. So I'm not even surprised that a lot of these dudes have like Elon Musk songs because he's like Trump
Yeah.
and Elon. Even though like Trump is funny and tries to be funny, Elon isn't funny but tries to be funny. So they're like they're way different, but they kind of have the same effect on like online discourse. It's very strange.
Yeah. You can always follow the Krasensteins, whoever like they're in love with.
Yeah,
the Krasensteins always need a lord on Twitter who can like, you know.
Yeah, we had the Krasensteins, or we had Brian.
We
on
had Brian
recently.
on.
The lesser Krasenstein.
Yeah, we're gonna.
He
try
told
to
it.
get them
That's what
back
he
on.
said. He said he was the secondary Krasenstein.
Yeah.
I called him the
asked
Alpha
him-
Krasenstein, and he didn't think it was funny. They're very serious about their hierarchy.
I said, "How do you want me to introduce you?" He said, "As Ed's brother."
Wow.
Yeah,
Beta Krasenstein.
but we need to rail into them because the dick riding that they're doing.
The
is not,
transphobia
like,
is getting bad over there.
Inexcusable.
Yeah.
Alex is the only one of us that had the conviction to actually like go after them, and I regret that pretty immensely, having seen how like obviously they shifted and went into the paint for Elon like so fucking hard after we got like one whiff of it. And he couldn't answer a single question like, "Hey man, look at this insanely anti-Semitic thing that Elon did, and you're Jewish. Like, what do you think?" And he just, well, meh, meh. You know, he couldn't even like give us a straight answer. And I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to rail into them.
Yeah, we'll get him back on the show. I think well, we can just say it. It's not like they're going to hear it, but we're gonna. Never mind. We'll get him back on.
Yeah, we'll have some different questions this time though. Let's say. This is MAGA Christmas
Tell Beto I'm sorry he can't get this.
from the album MAGA Ain't Got No Color.
Bryson, what you want for Christmas? I want an AR-15. I want to find out who killed Jeffrey Epstein. Hey, in Planned Parenthood, now we saving all the babies. Hey, brand new CAG hat, going crazy. Hey, 2A, so I want a pistol. Please do not mistake me.
Terrible.
And I
Okay.
need more haters 'cause I love it when
You get the point. You know, there's nothing else
It's
to
just
say. This
I love
song
that
is
it's
only
like
a minute and 40 seconds long.
My favorite part about that is it's not a Christmas song. He was talking about like random political stuff, but it was only a Christmas song because it has a sleigh bell on it.
Yeah, and I think they also like he has a line in there about like if you say Happy Holidays, you're gay and going to hell or something.
Wow.
Oh hell yeah!
I like that the MAGA ain't got no color thing, because I feel like whenever white people are rappers, they always have to be like, yeah, I'm white, but I can rap. And now the like MAGA black rappers have to do the same thing where they're like,
oh God,
guess
you're
what?
so right.
You're right.
They're all dealing with the same thing that Asher Roth was dealing with in 2009 of trying this existential crisis of being a white rapper who isn't Eminem. He didn't know how to do it. Yeah, just a quick Asher Roth tangent because I'm from the place that he's from.
Do you also love college?
So he wrote that song about Westchester University, which a lot of my family went to Westchester, and they kicked him out after it came out, after he made the song.
I did not know that.
So he was like a local like guy. Like people loved Asher Roth in the area, and it was a really shameful thing. Like there are cool people who come from southern Pennsylvania, but for some reason Asher Roth and Bam Margera were like just two guys who like everybody would be like, oh, I ran into Bam at the pizza place or whatever.
Dude, that guy is not okay. He needs some help.
He's not
Dear
okay.
Lord.
Asher Roth, he has a song called "Take Me as I Am," and it's also all about how he wants to be different than Eminem. It's a really it's a really tragic tale for Asher Roth. Gone too soon. Rest in power, King. I think he's still alive. Who do we got next? Tyson James. Oh no. That's not the name of the song, is it?
Amazing. Oh, this is gonna be good.
Oh no.
Yeah, this is
Bro.
Oh my god. Insane
This is
singing
not
stuff
good.
again. It's for people who haven't are not watching this video, because most people, it's footage from the Rittenhouse event, like in Kenosha, Wisconsin.
Not guilty. Do you feel bad for Rosenbaum? Not really. The mob threatened Kyle's life, he got busy. It wasn't self-defense, man. Y'all silly. Y'all just want to burn the city, but it's not.
Yeah, there's like certain types of people, like Rittenhouse. I forget who else was there. There was like another recent that like Subway. Jeez. But yeah, there's like certain types of figures like this where like it's politically good for like right wingers to support like after they kill a dude or whatever, you know. So I'm not
But they're
surprised
showing
that,
like images of like the people doing emergency CPR on the people he murdered.
It's very
in a
very
music
hard.
video.
So do we told I don't know, we told the listeners this is Tyson James, right?
Yeah, maybe this is Tyson James.
Yeah.
I wrote this song.
So this video, just for context, has 3 million views.
Jesus Christ.
This is, I think, the most popular one yet,
I'm
other
gonna
than the
do it.
Target one.
I'm gonna do it. I can't stop. This track gives me goosebumps. This is an instant classic. Much love from Canada. A year later, still a banger. Why do people do that? This shit is fire, bro. Love the message. Love the words. Love the beat. Keep it up.
What was the one about converting from Islam? What
Yeah, I
was
saw that too. Yeah, go back up to that.
Oh wait. I didn't see it. You guys are gonna have to call it out.
Just down a little bit more. I think it's
Yeah, there it is.
yeah. As a convert from Islam to Christianity, I say that Sir Tyson James is a great inspiration. Awesome.
Shout out from South Africa. Gee, I wonder why.
Yeah.
Probably a white dude, I imagine.
He's a white farmer.
He's a boar. Yeah.
So this guy, for context, Jesus, I'm really risking putting some personal information about myself and him out there. But I know Tyson James. That's
Holy shit.
he's a local boy. His family owns a construction company that I know of. He is like a kind of a little bit of a known quantity. Like he's like this fucking douchebag fascist, essentially.
Oh, it's Seattle.
Yeah, I mean, this guy's like I said, this guy's like I'll say this, he got arrested about 15 minutes from where I'm at right now.
Oh, holy
Wow.
shit.
Yeah, for beating the shit out of
what
his
did he
girlfriend, of course.
Yeah, I was going to say, what did he get arrested for?
He has 2 domestic violence instances. One is his current wife, who actually dropped the charges. I don't know exactly what happened. It's nebulous from what I could find. He's like the I don't know how to say this. I sound like an asshole, but this guy, like, by his own admission, was like on a bunch of drugs, and then he said like he gave his life to God, and then God gave him MAGA rap back. Like, literally what he said. Like, he got sober, and
God wants you to get fucked up, man. That's what God wants. God wants you to get wasted, bro.
Oh, and look who it is. It's fucking
Bryson Gray.
Bryson Gray, yeah, the other
Can we-
awful, massively bigoted dude.
Bryson
Can we go
and
back
Tyson.
actually like 10 seconds?
Yeah.
He was wearing a sweater that said LGBT, and I really want to know what the like small text between all of that
Okay,
was.
wait. Can I guess? Because there,
Yeah,
there's
guess.
always different ones. Okay,
Yeah.
so it could be Liberty Beer, Guns, and Trump. Liberty
Okay,
Beer,
that
Guns,
would
and
go
Trump
hard.
is the-
That would go
That's
hard.
an old one. Let's get Brandon something. Let's go Brandon. I don't know. Here, let's see.
I think if there was a year ago, that like Brandon would be probable, but this was 2 months ago.
Liberty, Guns, Bible, Truth.
They need a Q. Where's the Q?
Yeah, where's
There's
the
no.
Oh fuck.
Oh, just
That
leave
Should
the
just
Q
be
up there.
QAnon, right? Like, make a Q.
Jeremy.
Bryson
that
Gray
would
is
be,
a
like,
QAnon guy, by the way.
Awesome. Yeah, that would be awesome merch. You could make so much money from just putting Q and like nothing after it, because Q people would know what that means.
Yeah, exactly.
People would know.
If
Yeah.
it was
I'm
like
gonna make a
in
lot
the
of
red,
money
white, and
selling
blue.
to these guys.
See, I've thought about that for a while. Just like making merch for these like insane dumbasses. Like
Yeah.
you could make so much money.
That's how Enrique Tarrio got rich, was selling T-shirts. He's like, and I think it was some documentary or something, and they're like, "Do you sell Biden shirts and Hillary Clinton shirts as well?" And he's like, "Well, that's business." So yeah, they don't believe in anything, like we said. They're just.
I
They're
am
just-
also 90% sure that I have peed and thrown up in the alley that they're rapping in right now.
You'll have to show us that when we
when you-
eventually
when
do
you come
visit
visit,
Seattle. Yeah.
I tried. Is this his wife?
This is his wife doing it. So she's like kind of in her own way, like trying to become like an internet personality. And the context for this video is they're talking about like marriage. And then you're going to, the reason you need to watch this video, or at least hear it, is like how creepy he is, because he talks about, pardon my language, content warning or whatever, but he talks about like raping his wife, and which is something that may have actually could have potentially happened based on some sort of court documents that we don't know, and the complaint was withdrawn. But just play the video.
Yeah, just give it to your man. It's sex, dude. You're gonna enjoy it too. As soon as you get into the mood, maybe you're not in the mood.
You feeling in the mood right now, or what?
Maybe you're not in the mood. But after a little bit of, time in the bedroom, you probably
Time in
will
the
get in the
bedroom.
mood pretty quickly.
A little touchy-feely, a little excitement here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I don't co-sign this.
Make them
When was the
babies.
last
None
time
of
you
us
raped
co-sign
me,
this shit.
No.
See that?
Trying to get raped or what?
Oh Jesus!
Jeez.
Like,
People
legit.
are so uptight. People are so uptight. Oh
People
my
are so
gosh,
uptight.
You're supporting. You're supporting rape.
Yeah.
Hey, maybe you should take notes. Maybe you should take notes. You might have a good marriage.
You might have a good time.
Oh wait, you're not even married, so.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Yeah, half of these people have pronouns in their bio. They're not married.
They gotta throw the pronouns in. They gotta get the pronouns in. Like,
It's so surreal
Okay.
that he's wearing a Step Brothers t-shirt.
yeah,
It's so strange to me.
really. Like, this is like a specific. We need to go get the podcast guys in here, because this is like, again, a fucked up thing to say. But this is like the indigenous Northwestern pillhead guy. Like, he
Oh,
openly,
that's not a
like-
season one of Guys. That's got to be a later season. I was listening to the new episode today. Actually, that's got to be a later season of Guys.
Gotta be a later season. But they're not ready for this kind of guy.
We'll have to inform them of this kind of guy. I need to know about this.
But the context of that is really like, she's saying to women, she's like giving marital advice, like, you have to submit to your husband, even if you don't want to have sex, kind of like is the context of that video.
It's wild. Like there's so many types of these like trad, like what's her name, Pearl H whatever, like that Twitter person where there's like where there's like a ton of types like women, like trad right wing women that are like, oh yeah, we shouldn't be allowed to vote. Like I think on some level it is just like bait to get like attention and like views, especially on Twitter now that apparently you'll get paid for like 5 million impressions or whatever every month. So like I think a part of it is that, but also it seems like some people actually believe this and it's really concerning and bizarre. I don't know.
Yeah, it's mental illness. I don't know what it's like. Just this idea.
It's COVID
that, like,
brain. It's COVID brain. Yeah.
This is a post Party Rock world that we're talking about.
Pre and post.
It's like not even pick me stuff. It's like you've really gone into a place where you're like self-harming in order to get attention, which is a further form of self-harm because you're not taking care of yourself when you become a public figure like Pearl Davis, which I just want to say about just Pearly things. You guys screaming at me in my replies. I hear you. I understand. She's actually very beautiful, and she looks great.
You need to stop this. I know this is. I know this isn't a bit, but like, this is actually going to be the thing that gets us canceled.
Thank you for stepping in, Alex.
I love that she has neither lips nor eyebrows. I love how stringy her hair is, and I think she's.
You got to listen to Alex. You got to listen.
It wasn't that many people yelling. Not that many people got mad. Anyway, there was another thing. Oh, the domestic violence charges. Like Caleb found the court documents of this guy's state of Washington response to
so
Tyson
before
James.
we go into this, I'm just curious, Caleb. Whenever we do research on like a guy, do you go into like state documents? Do you like search for people? Like, is this what you do for every type of person we look into?
I have a method of what yes, I mean, kind of. I was just curious. I knew about. I didn't know. I knew about the other instance. I didn't know about this one. So I did put his because don't put his actual last name out in the podcast, but like I knew what his actual name was, and so sometimes and I knew he's in Washington, so I just put his name into like the court records. When I'm looking for dirt on somebody, I'll always start with the courts because that's really easy to find. And then so I found this as well. This was like this is the document that you're looking at right now is actually him appealing an assault charge. And what you don't need to read it, doesn't matter. It's really long. He got this is an appeal of an instance where he beat up a woman and then the cops found him and he held a knife to his own throat and threatened to kill himself if the cops got too close. It was like really dark and fucked up.
Oh,
so
Jesus.
Jeez.
It's yeah.
Right, well, I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna read the whole thing, but there's it's out there. If you don't
again,
believe
this happened about 15 minutes from where I sit right now is where this happened.
Oh, so.
Maybe read it in like a funny voice or something.
Like
the state found no conclusive evidence.
You could do SpongeBob. Who knows? People like SpongeBob still, right? Yeah.
Officer Brandon Tatum, who when I looked up MAGA rappers, this guy was on the list, but I'm pretty sure he's just a black guy and he has never rapped. But Caleb, do you also know this guy?
No, well, so I didn't. Remember, you introduced me to him last night when we were talking on the phone about.
Oh, you knew the other guy. Okay, so we'll skip him then.
But I just wanted to say, the idea of a police MAGA rapper is very funny. So if you're listening, hey, they're free idea.
That's that is a wonderful bit. Like, police MAGA rapper loves the state, but he's like a libertarian kind of dude. So he's kind of got like an inner conflict. There's a lot of potential there. Yeah.
And he needs to be black for sure. I think we need a black police MAGA rapper.
Unfortunately, Officer Tatum is just like a news guy. So
yeah, and
was that the dude that was screaming at that like I think Latina lady at the restaurant?
We're getting to him. Oh, okay. This is not him. We're getting to him.
That's a different dude. Okay.
We're gonna get to him soon. This is Tom McDonald.
Awful. Disgusting to look at. I can't stand looking at him.
Tom looks like Machine Gun Kelly, but worse. He
awful sight to behold. I'm pissed.
He is a Canadian alcoholic who quit professional wrestling to pursue a full-time rap career.
Can I ask a question really quick?
Yes.
Why do so many of these MAGA rappers have tattoos specifically on their chin?
I don't know,
Like,
and
this
I don't
like
know
the
what
third
his
dude.
says either.
It looks like Hog.
It does look like
post-Hog.
I don't know.
Yeah.
We don't have to watch much
just-
of this, but this is a wrestling match that he did in his wrestling career.
Damn, almost 6 years ago now.
Wow.
Yeah, but this video is from even longer ago. I don't actually know how old he is, but yeah,
The quality makes it look like it's from like the late 90s or early 2000s.
It does, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not totally sure. I don't even know how old the guy is, but he
I hate looking at him. Pull that slide back up. Awful.
honestly, American Flags goes.
So he's Canadian.
Oh,
he's
no.
Canadian.
He is Canadian?
He's
What the
Canadian,
fuck?
and he made this song.
What's with the Canadian transplant to right winger?
I can't stand it. Get your own fucking hobby. Stop it.
It's like zealotry of a convert.
Steven Crowder. What's her name?
You have
no,
Justin
not
Trudeau
Trudeau.
right there. Make fun of him.
Yeah, there's so many of these people.
And he's going to be in office until 2025. You guys have still a lot more time with that guy.
Never gonna pretend that I give a damn. Anybody who's offended, come get it. We throwing hands. Anybody not trying to make America great again. You a punk, you a clown. Better know where I stand. I'm the white boy with the middle fingers in the air, dog. We don't give
This is so nauseating.
It's
It's so
disgusting.
much.
It's the this is the worst one. I can't stand looking at him. First of all, it's disgusting looking. He's got like the fatigues on. He's on the tank. There's fucking actually like for a MAGA rap video. This has got a good budget. Look at the planes flying around. The fact that he has this all, he has like millions of downloads and subscribers. And he's Canadian, makes me so fucking mad. I have nothing against Canadians, but just get your own goddamn hobby. That's it.
And the camera work on this one, it just makes you want to throw up.
Yes.
Half of the time, it's like shaking like crazy.
For
it's
no
like found
reason,
footage.
yeah.
It's like a found footage horror movie, but worse.
The
And who's
cameraman
the guy
keeps
with him?
nodding.
Yeah.
He's so into it.
He looks like one of the Hardy
Adam
Boys.
Calhoun. Yeah, I don't know. This is all right, let's check the comments on this one too. As a Marine vet, I love this song. That's good stuff.
Traitor.
What America was meant to be is awesome. I need it to be what it once was again. Love it. My 4 brothers are vets, so you're not.
Coward and a traitor. Goodbye.
As a teenage girl, I love to see this.
I love it. You got all the comment as of this, as of that, but as a teenage girl.
Teenage girls love to have their profile picture be the Jets. That's a classic.
This is like, do you guys remember that person on Twitter that was like, as a black person,
gay man.
and then it was like a right-wing white
Yeah.
dude.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
that was a
Yeah.
politician from Pennsylvania, wasn't it?
It was. I forget his name, but yeah, that dude that was claiming to
That's
be like
half
a
of
black
these comments,
gay.
by the way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tom, everything you've said in this song is how I feel. I feel like this song should be a new Patriots anthem.
Doesn't say
Capitalized
anything.
anthem.
So like we're obviously like looking into the like MAGA rappers themselves, but
Yeah.
like just as fascinating to me as like these figures are the people who like this content and like reply like this. Like to me, these people don't exist. Like who are these people?
Yeah.
These are Applebee's eaters. They're out there. Like they walk among us. They're in this. They're not in the cities. They're in the suburbs and in the rural areas. Maybe some in the cities. But like this is like the people. To me, like I went to a high school with thousands of people, and I had like 40 kids in a classroom, and I would just by necessity only get to know like 3 or 4 of them per class or something. The rest of them turned into this.
They're like the type of person that's like, oh yeah, our community's like center point is the Cracker Barrel.
Yes,
Like
these are the Cracker
that's
Barrel
what
have
these-
fallen people.
Yeah. Like they're so weird and fascinating to me. Like
I don't want to.
they watch their Ring camera for 20 hours a day. They
Yes. Yeah, these are Ring cam
Yes,
reviewers.
these are the Ring camera watchers for fucking sure. I'm not American. I got goosebumps. I love that.
I don't want to say too much here, but I am with one such as that for this trip.
Gotcha. Welcome to Washington, buddy.
We're getting drip fed some beliefs, some ideas about certain things.
You get outside of the Seattle Tacoma metro area, and like every guy is in every Washingtonian that doesn't live in the Seattle metro area is in these comments.
Yeah. Okay, so that's American flags. This is his pre-MAGA days.
Yeah, so I found this one. And I wanted to put this in here just so you could hear what he was doing before he realized you could make a bunch of money off of these dumb hoople heads. Like, this is what he was doing beforehand.
Wait, okay. Was he actually in this band, or is
no?
This
The song
he was
is
not
called Green
in.
Day.
Yeah, he was not in Green Day.
Yeah, it's his Boulevard of Broken Dreams.
Yeah, I got really concerned. I got really worried for a second. I was like, "Fuck, was I listening to some like weird shit back in the day?"
Open up a window.
So this sucks immediately.
This is terrible.
This is really bad right off the jump.
So bad. But it's also like not evil. You know what I'm saying?
He was just like a normal like musician. Yeah,
I think
Or
like
at least as far as I can tell.
like my hypothesis on this is like MAGA rap guys like they found their purpose with Donald Trump because like when you listen to like what hip hop is historically about, it's like strife and struggle and all these things from like a black perspective. Well, white people don't have that. So when they do rap prior to Trump, it's this. They're just like, oh, we're having fun. I love college or whatever, right? Now, they're like, actually, they're trying to make it illegal to be white, so they're pissed. And now, like, I can have that feeling now or whatever.
So in this song Green Day, he says, if you ever have a mean day, just light it up and turn it into a green day. And
Incredible line, honestly.
Bars.
I kind of love this. Yeah.
But
I support him.
I just want to point out, Asher Roth also has a song about having a bad day in which he tries to have sex with the maid at a hotel. But the way he puts it, and I don't think I'll ever forget the way it pops into my head occasionally. He says he's hoping for a Spanish whore who will change my sheets in exchange for penis. And then he opens the door. There's a door opening sound. And then it's a woman saying, "Hi, I lost my cat. Have you seen it?" And just, really not, white rappers gotta tighten up. Gotta get it together, guys.
Well, then Ice Cube famously has a song about a good day. So
Yeah.
what's going on there?
He has.
We need to do like dialectics on these. Yeah.
He has been public about his struggles with alcohol addiction, and he's still in the midst of that. So if you want to find out more about his music and everything, you go to hangovergang.com. This is his real website. Oh,
Amazing
White
name.
Lives Matter, do they?
Oh no.
Yeah, we're on
And this
new guy, by the way.
Yeah,
Nick
this is
Natoli?
Nikki Natoli. Important to point out, Nikki Natoli's not white.
So real quick, was this one of the guys that was in the Target boycott video?
Oh,
Yeah, he's in the
Natoli,
Target video.
He's the first ever white ally.
I support white rights.
brave and stunning.
They say
Yeah.
white lives matter, blue lives matter, they say black lives matter. Tell me,
Oh my God.
I say all lives matter.
He's just going through all the phrases, all the slogans.
Yeah, it's important to do this in
He
2023.
keeps
Like,
rhyming
this is a
matter
new
with
song.
mattered.
Yeah.
Also, his hair is the trans colors.
Yeah.
And he's
He also has a worse hairline than me.
His way through this.
You guys got to see this video. If you're listening at home, pull up the White Lives Matter video. He's got a terrible hairline and has decided to grow it out long and braid it still. Which honestly, that is a power move.
And dye it white, blue, and pink.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably the worst hair we've seen today out of all of these guys.
Seen a lot of
Beard
terrible
and hair.
beards, but this is the worst hair. You are correct.
Yeah.
I think it's also because he's fully like 47. This guy's not like the rest of them. Also,
He
you
just
were
said
not
something
dressed
about
like
gender,
Kanye
I
West.
think.
He's in a prison cell, but it's very obviously a fake prison cell that would be in a children's museum to show the kids what prison is like.
He's in the scared straight jail.
He's in a scared straight jail. He can only shoot from like 4 angles because behind it is like a big giant heart that shows the kids how their heartbeat works.
Or like a scary mirror or something.
Yeah, so he can't show the rest of it. I think the only word, this is a mono rhyme song. The only thing that's rhymed is matter.
Yeah. It just goes through all
really
the
not
slogans.
good.
Like every imbecile T-shirt that you've seen is in the slogan is in the song.
It's the catchphrase. It's the catchphrase verse from Never Stop, Never Stopping.
Also, yeah, he also has. Also,
we
has
have
an
another
Elon
Elon song here.
This one's a little bit hostile though.
He's like a cat turd follower. Like he like cat turd isn't like a huge fan of Elon anymore. So
Yeah.
he's like of the cat turd wing.
So this is kind of like he wants. This is like, hey Elon, you're gonna buy Twitter, but are you gonna do the right thing? I don't trust you. Like that's what this song is.
Brave.
Elon Musk. Yeah, I feel like Elon Musk.
Yeah, he says he feels like Elon Musk because his Twitter's
Yeah,
blowing
I
up.
feel like Elon Musk. Elon Musk just bought Twitter. I wonder if this gon' make his head look any bigger. I'm kidding, but when did billionaires look like serial killers? I'm ready to tweet. Elon, boy, I got no filter. Yeah,
Dude, this is some
got
straight
the app.
fire.
Now it's time to deliver the liver of these Democrats. That's what Trump eats for dinner, and they don't want beef. If they do, I become carnivorous. They don't want me, cause I'm only tweeting some venomous hate. Censorship is really going down.
He's like, yeah, I'm a bigot. I hate people.
Yeah, he's like
Just like
admitting
Elon
it.
Musk.
Also, this is another song in which he's like reaching out to Elon to ask for his account back.
I have to say, like,
Elon, please do the right thing. The right thing being unban me mods.
it's kind of funny because like obviously a lot of people do content about Elon Musk, and like part of our podcast kind of we talk a lot about Elon Musk, but it's wild. It's like insane to me to make a song about Elon Musk buying Twitter. Like that is like somehow more online than we are. Like, it's genuinely
That's
impressive.
the thing is these guys are so terminally online, and in that Vice documentary, like the whole point of it is like them trying to take the MAGA movement into like mainstream, where they do a concert at not a political rally, and they try and see how it does, and it's in
Yeah.
some like Chicago suburb, and there are like 30 people there. Well, if it's not a political rally, like they don't do, they do.
No one cares.
Nobody gives a fuck. And actually, a bunch of people walked out because they like the guy from Washington like kept saying the F slur in one of his songs and like ripped up a pride flag, and the staff that was like bartending, they walked off the job because it was like,
holy shit.
yeah, because like, what do you think is going to happen? Like you cannot take this into the mainstream. Forgiato might be able to figure it out. Like you might just laugh at him like an idiot. Like I've played a lot of local shows with a lot of local hoople heads. You might see a Forgiato there, but you're not going to get the Bryce guy. You're not going to get like this shit. It's never going to work.
Well, it depends on like what Kanye wants to do, because if Kanye wants to just be the biggest MAGA rapper ever, he just could be, right?
Oh my god, that would be an insane, because he's been unbanned on Twitter. That would be insane if that was like his pivot, if he became a MAGA rapper and like ushered in a
But
new
he
era.
would get dropped by like Spotify and YouTube and stuff.
It just
But
depends.
he can make it work.
It just depends which
could.
like Jonah movie he's watched most recently.
Yeah, what's his best? He just if he watches what's
The End of the
one that-
World one's
like
pretty good.
super bad.
Yeah.
Oh,
Super bad.
21
End of
Jump
the World.
Street. He watched 21
Yeah.
Jump Street, and then he's like, no, I like the Jews again, which is great. Because then that night, I was like, I'm listening to Jesus Walks while I can before he says anything else. Like while it's legal. I think my biggest takeaway from this is that freedom of speech should be illegal.
Yes. No, I've been coming around on that position myself. The way that people have been talking online, like on Twitter, the way that like Elon reply guys shouldn't be allowed to reply at all. Like I'm coming around on no free speech just in general. I think that's a great concept.
Yeah. And once free speech is eliminated, all we'll have left is parody news sites. So, Jeremy, where can the people find you?
I just Google my name or something. I'm online on all the spots that people are online. And I have a podcast called Quorators where we read Quora questions and make fun of them. So check that out.
I think I'll be on an episode in about a week or so.
Hell yeah.
So,
Looking forward to that.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
and one last
that'll
thing.
be
Can I plug this? Listen to my song Party Rock Anthem. My uncle and I made it together, and we're really proud of it. And it's going to change the world.
Revolutionary. Yeah. It's better than most of the MAGA rappers.
Thank you to our listeners. Thank you to all. You can hear more of us speaking at patreon.com/Western Kabuki. Oh, shit. And I'm on vacation right now. I'm in Washington State, as I said. But once I'm home, I am going to put out a YouTube video shortly. So we got the big whack face reveal coming. It's going to be the video. And I'm going to talk about teaching. And then I'm not going to talk about teaching anymore. I'm going to talk. I'm going to talk about it in the video, and then no longer. So that'll be cool. Again, thank you to Jeremy, and we love you very much.
Thanks for having me. It was very fun.
Hell yeah! I'm hoping that you might fit one of these guys into your future Spotify rotation. Maybe Forgiato Blow. Like, I don't know. Maybe you found a new fave.
I do feel like the country has been hijacked like 9/11. So that
we can admit that was the best line out of any song we've heard. That was pretty crazy. Yeah.
All right. Well, until next time, we will see you.
It's the Twitter file.
They denied having done so.